We have to go for that one.
I'm sure this one's 20 seconds. My phone 4G, as are 2 laptops and 1 PC, just didn't work.
Nah, we all have problems.
It's okay. We haven't lost anything since. No more goals yet. So we're doing okay.
Allison just kicked out of play. That was the big decision for Jurgen Klopp coming into the final tonight, whether he went with Firmino, slightly less than 100%, or went with Origi. The man scored 2 against Barcelona.
What bloody was it? Huh?
You look like a big guy in that shot.
Much closer to us this time, guys. You're much closer to us compared to the last one.
Henderson is the first Englishman to captain the team in the Champions League final since Frank Lampard did it with Chelsea back in 2012.
Why did he do that? Because John Terry was injured, I believe.
Honestly, I've got to take down your memory though.
Alderweireld towards Kane, headed away by Van Dijk. Robertson towards Origi and straight through.
The Spurs have played a lot better the second half so far. Like, it's incomparable, I feel, compared to what they were doing in the first. They're far more forward pressing, but again,
it's going like this.
The result.
There's enough experience on that pitch to take a look at each other and go, hang on a minute. Let's find a 5-yard pass. Make more angles for each other. Let's make ourselves available. Let's see this long balls get thrown forward like that.
Unless we have Llorente on, those long balls are not going to work.
Taken off him by Henderson. Mane, they're looking for Salah. Tongan away. Then Alderweireld. Poor touch by Wijnaldum. Sissoko. It's a game that is there for one of these teams.
It is. It's still there.
Danny Rose. Harry Winks.
Winks again. Ericsson. Winks again. Ericsson, Rose, no. Son, Son, Ericsson. Trips, no, don't hit the shot. Yeah, it's all right. He kept it low. Kept the ball back. Oh, okay. Okay, he tried.
Pace towards the ball, and he's just trying to be a bit creative and one round the corner and take the pace out of it.
Was he a bit? A little bit, though. Oh, look at that. They're taking their time with the ball.
You only got another 30 minutes left.
30 minutes is a long time. 30 minutes is a long... Hello. Our stream is back. Yes.
We're back.
Along with probably most of the players on the pitch, unfortunately.
I'm telling you, if that Salah goal in the first 30 seconds because of a penalty is the only goal in this game,
it's really disappointing.
It's a shoddy final.
Yeah.
So the second Liverpool change.
But I think the last 20 minutes is just going to spice it up a bit. We're going to be a bit of Chinese spice just sprinkled on, you know? Slightly sprinkled on, you know?
He's got to look at it and think, no, what, let's roll the dice.
Better be.
Because as we just spoke about, the game is there
to be won. What, 25k?
I read that.
Can you imagine going to a final for 25k?
I can.
And it just being a pen.
Oh, and if it was...
minutes, and that's it.
I'm sure if you're a Liverpool fan, you won't care either way you win, but other than that, I mean...
You're going to be a bit disappointed, aren't you? Just a tiny bit. 25k.
Most Wijnaldum were taking off. You say he's made no... So basically, they're going really defensive now. Milner is basically just a stocky little...
He's a high quality player. Hasn't been the case today. I know that Morgan forgot why we have a list of trophies.
Saw the Imagine Dragons start of the match. It was a good match. Imagine Dragons before the beginning.
I saw that in the thumbnail. I was trying to get to this.
Right.
We were trying to get to the stream, but we haven't watched it yet. But they're good performers. I imagine we'll watch that afterwards once we've won.
Once we've won.
And enjoy it.
Hopefully. No, Lamella. Why did they say Lamella first?
And don't write him off either. We're talking Lucas Moura, but don't write off Fernando Llorente. He's
didn't say don't write off Eric Lamella, did he? Didn't say that, did he?
Some big things, whether it's assists or key goals. He's been a big player. Divock Origi. To take matters into his own hands, and Danny Rose back there.
Pepsi.
Oh, that's Pepsi. He's been doing grand bottle.
No. We're saying we want them to sponsor us, but at the same time they could like take video down.
Don't take us down.
Please.
I'm of age, by the way, just to clarify, in case you thought I was under 18.
No, she's 6.
What, I still got ID for 15.
Really well there under pressure from Divock Origi. Real composure. So not make them by Danny Rose or Trent Alexander-Arnold. That might get mentioned when they join up with England.
Yobi, let's get them back in the shot first.
Seen it coming a long way. Forward by Van Dijk.
What time is that on?
16:36.
63:37. 16, you said.
I thought no, I meant 63. Oh, I did.
Yeah, it's quicker on your phone.
Yeah,
than it is.
no, our Wi-Fi is slower because it's streaming and whatnot.
I know, but like, I want to watch it on the thing, but I don't want to miss it out on. Let's just watch it on the thing.
You
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we know what's going to be happening in the next 10 seconds.
I know.
For a Champions League final, a young man that grew up at Tottenham Hotspur, supporter, living the dream on a big night like this in the white shirt of Tottenham. The amount of times both teams have just gone back to front.
That's a foul.
At times.
Yeah,
No
that's a
options at all through the middle.
The man looked like he did a really
He did. He did though.
He did that PE gymnastics in year 7.
Is ready.
Who the hell is he taking off? This is going to be, because I feel he's either going
Controversial.
to. Yep, so early on. It's either going to be Kane, Ali, or Son. It's going to have to, because I don't think he's going to take Winks off. He might take Winks
I
off.
don't think he's
But
going
I'm
to
gonna
take Son
say-
off. I don't think he's going to take Ali off. I think he's going to take
I
Kane
still
off.
think he's going to take Kane off now.
He's going to take Kane off. He's coming.
It's Winks. Is it Winks?
His Winks coming off. You can't see.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, Winks. I said Winks the first person to come. I said he had to come off.
Okay, so
we have
more
to
of
be
an
more
offensive.
attacking.
Well,
Yeah.
they put on a
Defensive
defensive.
midfielder, yeah.
Yeah.
So the semi-final hero for Tottenham Hotspur.
Here we go.
is off.
All right.
Moura. Lucas Moura.
Yeah, so Ali's going to go into midfield.
Yeah.
He's got Ericsson on one in the middle.
It's a good.
Moura,
Good
Son,
bet.
and then Kane up front.
It's a good bet.
Yeah.
But he also scored that key goal in Barcelona on match day 6 to make sure they got through to the knockout stage as well. He's a different type of player that brings a different type of problems to the Liverpool defence. And also to allow Christian Eriksen to go back into the Harry Winks position and try and get on
Oh,
the
you've
ball,
put
try and dictate play.
Ericsson there instead of Ali.
Ali.
That's surprising. Yeah, okay.
Position, I think. Christian Eriksen. Divock Origi, Sadio Mane,
Ooh.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's got Mo Salah on this side with him. Stop the head there of Alderweireld behind for a Liverpool corner.
Oh, man.
Time he gets it, Trent. He's just got one thought in his mind.
Go
Where's the gap?
forward.
Where can I get this into?
Yeah.
Toby Alderweireld kind of reads it, gets something on it. Alexander-Arnold having to take the Liverpool corner. It's another poor one. Quality of set pieces tonight has left a fair bit to be desired on both sides.
I makes my comfort seeing the crowd seeing Everett.
Yeah, but they've cordoned off the
Yeah.
Liverpool and Spurs fans for the
Yeah.
most part.
Challenge there
separate.
by
Yeah.
Matonga. Well, they hit some straight at Dele Alli. When Alexander-Arnold plays it behind.
This is my point. Without that goal in the first minute, this game has been very even. So
Didn't know what was behind him or he was playing him offside. Don't forget, we've got 52 matches live next season. In the Premier League, it's the most Premier League matches we've had in this season on BT Sport. We're really looking forward to that getting back underway
Moura,
in the early
Trippier
part of
with
August.
trips. Sissoko. Trips, man, trips.
Tonight as well, state of play that's going to deal with some key topics in the modern game. That's well worth a watch from 11 o'clock on 2HD tonight as well.
Mane skips away from Dele Alli. He'll have the speed here to move him away from Ericsson.
Oh shit!
Look at that
Missed by Mane.
pace.
Salah, Milner with an opportunity.
Oh!
Hugo Lloris wouldn't have had a chance.
Lloris was rooted. He was like a tree.
That is not that.
Holy
Look,
shit!
look, 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 look.
This is all right. Ericsson's fine here.
Oh my god!
It's just flick the top of the shoulders and goes inside.
Oh my god! Don't expect that from Milner though. I'm not gonna play.
As well.
Literally a foot and a bit, man.
Oh, oh my goodness, that was a bit too close for liking. A bit too close for comfort.
They've been more potent in those types of situations. They get to
Take off Kane, put on Llorente. I think we have to now. I think Kane has added nothing to this so far.
Shame.
And while it only takes one opportunity, if we
hasn't
start
been given
pinging
it.
balls up there with Llorente, we're gonna get something out of it. We're gonna be more threatening
Substitution,
Then-
the change of position.
Then
than we
right
have
now.
already.
Yeah.
Like
A bit of creativity and slightly
as I said, if
deeper
it's
to
one
get
chance for
Harry
Kane, like
into
that's all it takes for
defensive
Kane.
goal-scoring positions.
But he's
In this
going to need a
game.
good one.
Get in the box.
Matip
Ooh.
missed it. Milner was behind him. The Spurs supporters
We're trying to say
were
handball.
shouting penalty. There wasn't really anything in the way of an appeal from the Tottenham players.
usually tells you a lot.
It's that phase of the match, though, isn't it? 20 minutes to go. That there is
Tension.
a need now for Tottenham to get the foot on the accelerator.
Carrying on playing
Yes,
trips.
there is, but-
Ah man, Ericsson, you should have played it with a bit more pace there.
They're allowing Spurs to have a lot of the ball, and in my opinion, they're just not quite doing enough with it. Tottenham, that's the problem. It's kind of like, at what point do you just really go for it?
That was a good ball.
That was a nice
That was a
ball.
really good
Come
ball.
on.
Just
Yes.
in.
With the cross.
Oh, Trips, you should have looked up, man.
Kept alive here by Danny Rose. Lifted
Honey.
back in.
Oh, oh, you have another
Come on,
chance.
you got
You have
this.
another
You can do
chance.
this.
Trippier.
Ah,
And then Alisson.
Straight into his arms.
it's more attacking though.
Did something to himself here.
It's bringing a bit of
Oh,
threat.
he's done it again.
Oh, he's hurt himself. With his thigh.
Trips has done his hamstring again. That was his whole problem the whole season. He's done it again.
Salah.
Shit.
Mane coming in.
Oh!
Vital challenge by Alderweireld.
Trips, I think Trips is done.
Trip still limping. You saw him, he was like grabbing at his leg. He's making that
Sissoko,
face.
what's he done as well?
What's Sissoko done? Oh no, Trippier's done.
Oh,
Look at
Ori,
that.
Orio's gonna have to come on now.
JJ.
Yeah.
He's like, now he's looking around, he's shaking his head.
Did you know when
He doesn't want to come
Of
on.
course he doesn't want to come
It's
on.
the final of the Champions League, but
But if you're,
if you can't get up and down the pitch, man,
then there's no
get
point
off.
being on the pitch.
All with problems. Kieran Trippier versus
He's
yourself going.
up there.
Danny Rose. That's how easy it was for Salah to get it.
Yeah, but great ball by the keeper
God,
by Alisson.
Salah can pace it, I have to say.
Just takes a deflection.
He could go down there, Mane. Yeah, could easily go down, and I think the penalty would have been given. I'm not sure Sissoko got enough on the ball. These are some key moments in the game, obviously. Milner just shifting it on his left. Lucky with
That was so close.
That was
Milner shot.
disgustingly close. Like, honestly.
They seem okay, don't they, all the Tottenham players? Trippier seems okay.
If Sissoko is injured,
Okay.
I've been watching him ever since he had
It's
that
okay,
challenge
it's
on him.
okay.
yeah, I know, but if he's just playing it and hiding it, then it's
Then
not
it's
going to
not
help
a
the
problem.
thing.
Yeah.
If you're injured, then get off.
It's not going to help
You like
play,
the
is it?
situation with Crab tonight. It's so hot in here. I know we keep mentioning it, but if you're a player down
Yeah,
there with
Spurs.
the amount of work they've got to do in this kind of heat, it will pose a problem at some stage for one or two of them.
Especially with that 3 weeks off. Back of a regular season, just not quite. The conditioning's just not quite there.
Get it? Oh my God, Lloris, you need to stop doing this.
Confident in you, Jermaine.
He does it a lot.
What?
This is what he does.
Lovely in the end.
Mm.
Outside of the boot. Eric Dyer's just been sent out.
Dyer?
to,
What the hell is Dyer doing there?
As well. It's been a
Ah,
Oh, what are you?
defensive players down there in case they're needed, and then
Come on.
there you go.
Lloris was happy to gather that
Thank
one in front
God,
of Mo
man.
Salah. Just got the feeling about it at the moment in the game that something's about to happen.
Yeah.
I hope so. There's a little touch.
No.
Okay,
Son
okay.
and Kane, and they've got runners here.
Son,
Then Son,
Son,
and then
Dele,
Dele.
Dele. Oh!
It
It wasn't as close as we thought it was.
wasn't-
It wasn't
It
as
also
close as
didn't
we
even have the
thought.
power. It
No.
was kind of
He
slow.
seemed to create the angle for himself. Just slow down now.
You know what? Another one or two of those. You know what? It can be
That's what
done.
he's going for. Yeah. Needs far more to get that linked over Alisson into that far corner.
think we're having a drinks break.
Bloody
He's
hell.
technically, gifted enough to do that and pull that off, but
He's done it before.
just falls right in line with everything that really Spurs have done in the game so far at that point. I think this may be a three at the back type situation. I think he'll completely change the system here.
Oh shit! Shit!
come off.
Sissoko's off.
Surprise me if he did.
Shit!
So Sissoko
He's
on.
on.
Crap! Dyer.
Dyer's on.
Shit. Is he gonna play him in the back three? Is he gonna play him in midfield? He needs to play him in midfield because we only have Eriksen in the centre.
It has to be an injury. It's Sissoko.
Oh shit!
It's ironic, really. We were listening to Mauricio Pochettino in the build-up to the final. He was saying that his team is the fittest that it's been all season in terms of players. He's got everybody fit for the final.
So that's what he said.
So many players injured during the course of the campaign, and now they're dropping like flies here in the final.
He nuzzled himself.
He nuzzled himself.
He looks as if he just pulled something.
We've got 15 minutes, Indy. That's it.
It's worth pointing out, though, with 16 minutes to go, that the two Premier League matches between the two teams this season did include late goals.
Yep, they did.
It's been Tottenham's calling card, hasn't it, really, in the Champions League as well, scoring goals in the last 10 minutes of matches, or even
I don't think we scored one goal. I think we only scored actually 2 goals in the whole of the Champions League before half time.
Belief remains.
Really?
Yeah. No
That's
way.
not.
Trips, look at Trips. Oh, Mora, man, Lucas.
Giving it away now to Robertson, who can pick out Salah. Liverpool have got bodies forward here. It's
Oh, that was
floated
good.
in. It was dealt with in there by Alderweireld. And now Mora can
Mora,
link
now
the
just
counter.
run, man.
Come on,
Just
Mora.
run. Just run.
Dele Alli.
Son.
Son, there we go. Come on.
It's Van Dijk. It's Van Dijk.
The
Van Dijk.
tackle back.
Yes!
Yes,
Yes!
son!
Oh, Van Dijk!
Extra yard of acceleration.
Oh.
And makes a typical Virgil van Dijk tackle for Liverpool.
Honestly, I thought he'd actually got through there for a second, man.
Oh.
Spurs looking to play quickly here.
Why is Kane so far out?
Drills one through,
Come
Milner with the
on.
block.
Give it Son. Give
Kane
it Son.
again. Nobody there but Van
There's
Dijk
no
for
one to
Liverpool, and then Mane.
Okay, Trips has got it. Trips has got it.
Trippier.
Give it back to
Things okay at the
Alderweireld.
moment. Alderweireld's ball.
That's Son.
Son, that's on.
Oh, it's
What?
handball.
Handball?
After the misjudgment by Trent Alexander-Arnold, who got away with one there.
He's going to hit my chest. Didn't hit my.
Defensive position. Took himself completely out of the game.
It's opened up.
Don't know how that's hit Son's hand.
He's saying it,
He
didn't
said it hit my
He's saying-
chest. He said it hit my chest.
No.
Oh,
no,
it hit,
no.
it hit his
No,
arm.
stop. That's the same as Sissoko.
No, it's supposed
So-
to hit there, then it definitely
No,
hit
no.
it.
This hit here as well. It hit here.
But his was. Nah. Don't call that
That's
a
not
shot.
handball.
No,
Sissoko
that's
isn't a
not.
handball either. Neither of them were. Sorry.
Christian Eriksen. Less than 14 minutes of the Champions League final.
Oh,
to play.
trip?
Liverpool
No.
Still with the lead, given to them very, very early by Mo Salah from a penalty spot.
Very, very early. We basically had a handicap from the get-go.
Hmm.
Just one big moment. Spurs. Been able to find it so many times
We're
this
opening
season.
them up bit by bit.
Dele Alli on the run, and Alisson with a really good starting position there to claim it for Liverpool. Fernando Llorente's been sent back out to warm up again. Lamella's still out there doing his thing.
Lamella, put him back.
Please get it.
Get him on the
Get back in the
bench.
box. All right.
God.
Oh, he's not wearing a suit.
Yeah, he's not even.
I have to say,
Oh.
So they don't convene to be
No,
like
no,
now.
no. I was just surprised. I was like,
Why
I
don't
thought
they
he
have a
would wear
group
a suit.
chat?
Like, what, all the managers in the Premier League?
Just see like something like that.
Don't know
Watch
about
one of
that.
them.
Don't know.
They definitely have dinner together.
Some of them.
Some of them.
After the
sure,
game, they
yeah,
might have
yeah.
a drink. You know,
Sure.
just
Friendly enough.
what? I think there'll be much friendship between these two, whichever one loses.
Oh,
So.
yeah.
Eric Dyer. Dele Alli.
Okay. Don't play a long ball. Don't do it.
Eriksen to Rose.
Ali. Dyer. Good. Dyer. No. It's gone.
What are you?
Don't go backwards from there.
What are you doing?
It's just a
Why
waste.
are you not
Just a
sending it
waste.
forward? Now with 13 12 minutes, you should be sending it forward, not sending it back. Right?
If you can understand that.
Hi.
No Rose. Harry
Kane. Ericsson.
Kane still waiting for his first chance of the
Okay,
final.
well that was a
that's-
very good ball. But now he's outside the box. There's no one in the box for him. I know. He's the only attacking threat in that front five other than Kane. There's
You can't let that just be him on his shoulders.
he can't play the ball and you expect someone to get on the end of it. If Llorente's in there, you can expect something, but you can't. You can't show us the TV. We can't show you the TV. We can't. It just
There
doesn't
is no
work.
TV. I'm sorry.
It's a computer
It's a
watching on
computer.
a computer.
I'm gonna stream it on my phone if you want.
Well, play
It is very slow. Very
You want to do that? No.
I'll do it. Really want. What?
Wait, but you're on YouTube. Just play it in another
Play it in a
tab.
different
It's on
tab and
BT
open it
Sport for
up.
free.
It's on BT
BT
Sport
Sport on
for
YouTube.
free. Okay, thanks.
Oh, there
Got
you go.
mate.
Give
Keep
us a like. Give us a like.
Keep us up though.
Yeah.
You can hear our commentary.
Okay, good.
Couldn't clap, so you take the bicep.
So much space to knock it into, and he could put it anywhere. Apart from there.
10 minutes.
There, there's 10
11
minutes.
Must be so frustrating for the two managers, but doubly frustrating for Mauricio Pochettino, the fact that his team is still behind in a game like this.
A game like this, which has just been
The
no,
high.
don't from there, son.
With a shot to save.
That could have been the one.
Real
Oh,
for Alisson.
Mora!
Come on,
Oh!
Make another one.
Mora!
Brazilian denies another Brazilian.
He didn't have enough on the shot.
There wasn't enough.
He
Yeah,
scuffed it. He completely
he
scuffed
tried
it.
to chance it. He
He
needed that.
scuffed it. He scuffed
Oh,
it.
Especially for Lucas Moura. What he's been doing just
Sean was a bit far out for that shot. He can ping him. He can ping him, but it was a bit far.
Alderweireld steps into a ball that was on its way.
lads.
Ali, look at Delhi. Look at Delhi.
Just raised the spirits amongst their supporters behind Alisson's goal. Less than 10 minutes of normal time to play.
Well, there's no
There's
option.
no
for
one
him.
to, yeah.
Oh, cheeky.
Come on,
Take it.
Sean.
Now take it this time.
Take it.
Ah,
No,
he didn't-
there's not
he
a
didn't-
power
he didn't
on
get
there.
anything on it.
There's not a power on there.
But it's the positional. He's in positions from Liverpool. Spurs are
Yeah.
getting into better zones now.
Yeah. Spurs are really pushing
But
forward.
they're opening themselves up by doing that. So
You feel like
nice off. Fuck. Oh, that's the first time I sworn. Sorry about that. Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Oh god, someone just turned away. It's probably for the score.
Yeah, Mora, man, you should have done better with this one.
There was no, you know what? He 1 foot and then there wasn't enough behind it. What a shame.
Exasperation at times. His team's playing.
Why'd you try and place it? You should have bloody leathered it.
That was us.
That was us. And now this is. Oh, Ali's off. Who's-
So
Llorente.
coming up.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right,
there
this
we
is
go.
it.
You know what?
This is it. This is the chance.
This is the
This
potential
is it.
here.
Son and Mora off of Llorente and Kane. This is the chance. This is it. This should have happened 15 minutes ago, really.
You know what?
But
This is, babe, you know what? It's crunch time. There's 8 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Milner, get on with it, you bloody
Don't be taking
slimy.
your time now, Milner. All right, thanks.
James Milner out take this.
Put your hand down.
You understand?
Liverpool fans headed away by Son. How many times have we seen a corner dealt with by the first defender?
Come on, lads.
There you go.
There we go.
Good.
Robertson's header. Tongan away. Here's Henderson.
Okay.
Henderson.
Did he?
Saw the headlines, didn't he, Henderson there? Not sure why.
Henderson hits the stands. That's the
It's
headline.
Kieran Trippier.
Okay, come on, Trips.
Tottenham have less than 8 minutes of normal time to find an equaliser.
Just bang the balls up. Long balls. Like, it doesn't matter at this point. You have the tall guys up there. The big guys. The strong guys.
Eric Dyer.
Don't play a long ball, Dyer. Don't do
Yeah.
it. Okay, all right.
Now Trippier.
Trips.
Kane waiting in the middle. Llorente's in the middle too. There's extra
It's not
weight
bad.
there
Go.
for Son.
Penalty!
Oh,
Pen!
pen!
And the decision does go.
What?
Tottenham's way. Danny Rose was trying to say
Is it
the
out-
challenge took place in
Is
the
it outside the box? Is he trying to say it's outside the box?
Look at that, didn't he? Yeah.
It's inside the box. It's a pen.
Inside the box.
In the right spot.
It's a pen.
No,
No, it's not. Ah, shit.
Oh.
Ah. Bam. Ah.
God,
Like
it
one.
was
Look at this.
like,
1 foot.
it was literally.
Advantage of.
Like this is it. I don't know. There's not enough distance to put enough pace on the ball in. But you can't shoot from that angle. It has to be. Can he? It has to be a cross.
He has to cross it.
He has
to cross it.
But there's not a lot of air time for
Ericsson's
him.
not gonna. He's gonna cross.
It has to be a looper. It has to be a
Who
looper.
is
It has
that?
to be a
There's
looper
Danny
in there.
Rose over
The
there.
Rose is
No,
there.
that's too far
You want him
forward.
there.
You want him.
Lorente, Kane, Vertonghen, Alderweireld. He has to loop it. But the loop problem is that Alisson will just come out and take the ball.
Yeah.
Like this yeah. You punch it out.
Punch it out. Yeah.
Don't be offside anyone. Like,
Please.
that would just...
Oh God.
It's Ericsson. And it's
Oh, he's at the shot.
It was well saved by Alisson.
The odds of the thing is,
Was it going on target?
the odds of that.
Yeah.
Did you say bite?
I said
I
Bayer.
knew him to bite. Hey.
Hi. Yeah, I call him Bayer. It means brother in Hindi.
Yeah, there you go. I was a bit shocked by that for a second. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, he shouldn't have taken the shot from there.
Shouldn't have.
But you
It
got to
was
say that
alright,
him.
yeah.
He was never gonna score from that angle.
Wait for it.
Come on, because there are a lot of big lads in there. The scramble is on. Oh! Son, man!
Son.
Ah!
I'm just done.
Oh
I'm so
my God.
done.
I think. Yeah, this is it, but as you can clearly see.
Look at that. You can do better than that, Son.
Was he not offside?
Oh.
The thing is, I think Mora's chance is the chance. Not the Son offside.
Mora, there we go.
Mora, yeah. Someone's offside, I know, but still, I mean,
Oh, look at that. He's like, oh no.
5 minutes, man. 5 minutes.
Launch forward by Lloris and straight through to Alisson. This game is so strange. I was just going to say exactly the same thing.
Bayer, 5 minutes is crunch time. Crunch time. It can be done. They can get it there. They can do it.
They can do it. I see it. I see it. I see you.
Behind by Danny Rose. He wasn't too sure where most of
What
it
we
was. He did well, Rose. That was difficult. He's
I-
gone forward.
Danny Rose does look like Jason Derulo, doesn't he?
Honestly,
He
yes.
does. Yeah.
If you one day I just want him in a press conference, be like, Jason out of nowhere, everyone will be like, you know. Could become a meme, honestly.
I think it's already been a meme.
Has it been a meme?
Probably already been a meme.
His facial hair has something about it.
Hang on.
Hi. Hi,
Hey, how you doing?
4 minutes.
4 minutes is not long enough, man.
We got.
Well, they've got another corner. That's what they've got.
It's not going to come out to anything.
He's allowing him to come back on.
What is going to happen now? 4 minutes, literally 4 minutes in this game, isn't it? Then that's it. Oh! Van Dijk.
The Tongan's arm was raised in there. Origi with a chance! And surely that wins it for Liverpool. Give up to Origi. Semi-final hero against Barcelona. He's the hero in the final for Liverpool against Tottenham. Spurs 0, Liverpool 2. And surely the championship of Europe is Liverpool's. Scruffy goal. Particular to the game, really. You know what, they don't care. The hero against Barcelona just slapped one in with his left foot. I think you can see what you want about Divock Origi and the performance of Liverpool today, but I have to say he's so clinical. At times in those moments, sloppy from Spurs, they couldn't quite get it clear. It's Matip who keeps it alive, but the minute that drops onto his left foot, such a clean strike backer into the bottom corner. Just a touch onto his left foot and a hit. Precise right across the keeper, no chance. See here, he can't clear the lines.
By that shot.
Tongan. And it falls to Matip, as you said, JJ, lays it onto Origi. Don't let out the defence with their arms behind the back like that. I know they're worried about penalties. Go and close the ball down. Well, he hadn't scored in the Champions League until he got 2 against Barca, and he's got to help himself to one in the final as well. And when the ball bounces off Fernando Llorente at the other end, that spins behind for a goal kick to Liverpool, who are 90 seconds plus stoppage time away from reclaiming the Champions League trophy. Yeah, John Gomez is going to enter the fray. He's going to come on as well for a man who's been so important for Liverpool this season.
Make some replacements with that time that you have.
As a Liverpool player, as we see the vital moment for Origi again. Yeah, just don't clear the lines. A couple of chances they had. But you can't say anything about the finish. That was all quality. Just shuts it onto his left foot, smashes it right across the keeper. It's clinical, a bit more clinical in those types of situations. That one hits the back of the net. The ones that haven't, like tested Maurice or they've gone near. It's not. Spurs haven't had enough of those moments. This game finishes and it stays as it is, which it looks like it will do. It's one of those what-if games, and that's the worst possible feeling you can have as a player and a manager. Look at Becker, Alisson Becker, look at Virgil van Dijk, and that went in on the floor. Throwing the tenor to get the ball away from Salah Alderweireld back to Lloris. It's so often a game and so often a night, the Champions League final, where a world superstar is the man that everybody's talking about the following day, but it's an unsung hero they're going to be talking about in Liverpool tomorrow, and his name is Divock Origi.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we spoke about Liverpool's front three. It's a different front three to a certain extent. Firmino's come off and Origi's on. You've got Salah and Origi. JJ said Liverpool more clinical up there. That's all it has been. They haven't overpowered Tottenham in the middle of the park. They've been defensively strong, Liverpool, but just more clinical up top. It is going to mean as well that a season that's been so impressive by Liverpool's standards, the fact they were so good in the Premier League, so consistent in the Premier League, and they are going to finish the season with a trophy. They're less than 5 minutes away from the full-time whistle. Really good.
No.
Maybe it's better if the stream stopped.
I don't want the stream to stop now. No.
You got it on your phone?
Yeah, sure. Let me get it on my phone.
Is it up? It's working.
Is it working? Yeah.
I think so.
Get it on my phone.
Pretty dead.
Honestly, this.
No, get it on your phone.
Oh.
That's a pen. Just give the pen, man. Make it interesting. Oh, okay. All right, we got a corner. Come on.
Come on, lads.
There's a corner. So Liverpool head that was in the middle of all of that. Now Danny Rose.
Oh,
Rose.
don't shoot, Rose.
Don't
It's
shoot,
your right
don't shoot
foot.
it. Straight into his arms.
It's your right foot, Rose, man.
It's going to be the 6th win in the competition for Liverpool. The first trophy for Jurgen Klopp was the Liverpool manager, having lost 3 previous finals with the club. Neil Chewin, Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan and Rafa Benitez. It's another face, isn't it, on the Mount Rushmore of Liverpool European Cup winning managers. Absolutely.
It's Son. All right, come on.
Unless we have the most dramatic
Running the outside.
Champions League final finishes, and there's a good save by Alisson. A shot that was just moving across him from Son. It's the play from Son. Very good.
Yeah, Trent Arnold is great for England, but I hate him for Liverpool.
Unfortunately,
Hate him. 2.5 minutes.
Eriksen with the corner. Headed away by Matip.
Scramble.
Rose. Play it back up to Eriksen.
Kane. Kane shot.
Straight into his arms, Kane.
they can't say they haven't had opportunities. Yeah, but not in the second half. But I was just about to say that you took the words right out of my mouth, Steve. Nothing really clear cut.
They're allowing Kane to go on his left foot shoot. You see Van Dijk, he's allowing him to go in there. It has to be something special to beat the Liverpool keeper.
12 months on from the heartbreak in Kiev, that awful night for Carriers, the night for Gareth Bale, then Real Madrid won it again. Liverpool back in the Champions League final. This time it's going to be an altogether different story for them.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds.
Go down in front for Jordan Henderson. He'll be the one who lifts the trophy.
Yep, I did. I kept it.
Along with the names you said before, Emma Hughes and Tom to Steve and Gerrard. And the rest.
You'll never walk alone. Ringing around the Metropolitano Stadium with Liverpool just over a minute away from victory.
Yeah, it hasn't been pretty, but it's been effective, it's been clinical. You got the job done. I think that is also the difference. To play poorly and be able to win in the big moments. Yeah. It shows the level of this team Liverpool are at.
Oh,
Salah.
it's 40 seconds.
There's 40
Like,
seconds. Let's not play.
let's not make it flattering because this game has not been flattering to either team. So, like,
He's not found a pass since he came on. I thought good job he stuck that one in the bottom corner. Good job he scored, isn't it? He's literally run to the corner flag, see the game out. Thank you very much.
Well, the passing's not been great, but the finishing's been clinical. And Liverpool have been
20.
super sub in Europe that they'll talk about for years to come.
You know what, Flex? That's all that matters.
I think when they get back in the change room, Steve, they won't worry too much about where the passes went.
No, I think so. So lifting that beautiful trophy off, the managers are shaking hands.
Whatever it is,
That.
it's Liverpool's night. Silverware is the currency of success in football, and Liverpool have just hit the Champions League jackpot. It's number 6. It's a brilliant night for the team. The group of players has been so good all season. And with the former captain looking on and celebrating, Liverpool have won the greatest prize in European club football. Jurgen Klopp has taken Liverpool back to the top of the mountain. It's a magical night in Madrid for Liverpool.
Yeah, it is. Being the outstanding team this year, the level of football has been fantastic. I'm glad they've been rewarded with this trophy. It hasn't been the greatest game, hasn't been the greatest out there for the English football, but because of the climate, because of circumstances.
Kane shouldn't have started the game.
Got their hands on
Kane
this.
shouldn't have started the game. He barely did anything throughout it. I think.
Look,
Engraving it
they're
right now.
engraving it as we speak.
Barcelona with 6 wins, only AC Milan and Real Madrid have won the competition more than Liverpool, who are having their name engraved on the greatest trophy of them all in European terms. And amid the celebrations, we should spare a thought for Tottenham, who have given us a magic
He
carpet
should have
ride,
started
drama
with
and emotion.
Mora
Yeah.
and Llorente.
It would have been a
And
stronger
brought Kane
start.
on when it was needed.
It would have been a stronger start.
We didn't play it. I don't.
No, they won't. But I think we need to remember, Fletch, that those players, they've done their club proud. I'd like to think they'll be back. I'd like to think this is a key moment in Tottenham's history where they can feel actually we belong at the highest level now and try and maintain that.
We didn't do it now.
When's it going to be?
When's it going to be? We're Spurs. Like, let's be
At the end
honest.
of the day.
We're Spurs. Like, we're not Barcelona.
They've hardly lost a game in any competition. And they will finish.
We're going to lose Eriksen this summer.
They will come back
We're going to lose
and
Eriksen.
complete unfinished business.
We might lose Ali. Who knows? He might decide to leave as well. I think Son's probably going to stay. Mora's going to stay. Kane's going to stay. But Eriksen is probably going to go to Barca or Madrid. And Ali is probably going to follow him to one of them. So
as quickly as they possibly can, which is actually a sight to behold. And there are the Liverpool supporters.
I don't know where we're going to be able to replace players like that in the team
Yeah.
and try and get to the same point we are right now. I just don't think it's feasible to say we'll get back to this point again in the coming season. It's unfathomable.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. And considering how, really honestly, how like chalk and chalk this game is, it was like rubbing chalk
It
together.
really was.
There was nothing in this game.
There was nothing
No,
spectacular.
there wasn't spectacular, but there was nothing in the game.
Yeah.
Liverpool had a couple of good chances. Spurs had a couple of, potluck chances, nothing really of any substance. But it's not that Liverpool were clearly the better team in this game. because
It
neither of
was,
them played
it was
particularly well.
reasonably even in the in their level.
Yeah.
Great manager there, Pochettino. He'll have bigger and better things in the future. When he wonderful manager. He will. But I think, look, Liverpool have been brilliant.
Pochettino might leave
for a
as
couple of
well
years
this summer,
now.
so
You know, the Jurgen Klopp,
it
he's
seems
one of those
like he might
managers,
leave as well.
Maurizio,
So
you can't
No,
help but
There's not
smile.
really-
but
yeah, Liverpool, yeah.
And it's great that
Well done. I
They
mean,
won.
one way or another, you get the ball in the back of the
They
net.
pushed,
Yeah.
they pushed City so far in the league. It's a good moment for them. And Spurs will learn from this. They really will.
Well, let's get some reaction. It's Liverpool reaction. Des Kelly is down there on the pitch with two happy
Yes.
men, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mo Salah. Des.
Thanks very much, Darren. Oh, if you can hear me. That's it. You probably can't hear me. I think you should join that celebration. We'll come back to you. We don't want to rob them of that moment.
Yeah.
Well done, Des. All of you to let them join in. Fabulous moment for those players, of course. The sixth European trophy that they've won in terms of Champions League and the European Cup. They've done it. It may not have been their most exhilarating performance, but in many ways, it's a meritorious reward for a truly outstanding season.
With such attacking teams, I just don't see how this game ended up being the way it was. Like, Spurs and Liverpool are such attacking, forward, pressing teams. The fact this game was so cagey and defensive until the last 15 minutes is beyond me.
But we've all played in game finals. It's about getting over the line and winning a trophy. Not one of them players, not one of them fans will care how they play today. They got the job done. This man in the picture there, Klopp's been to many finals and been on the losing side. To get over the line by any means necessary is the way to do it. And this season they've been fantastic. And if they'd have finished this season without a trophy, it'd have been a devastating blow for this football club. Now this could be the start of a successful period of winning trophies for this club. They're set up, they're primed for it.
Michael, great moment for you, Liverpool man, of course, through and through. Fabulous. It's absolutely brilliant. And listen, Liverpool have played so well all season, and what have they been given for in the Premier League? Nothing. So who cares if they played well? Who cares if they played poorly? You know, the main thing today was get
That's
over
the thing,
line.
because they played
No,
poorly.
because they played
No,
poorly.
but
They did play
They
poorly.
played poorly.
They did.
Spurs also didn't play well.
This is their
Yeah,
start.
it was disappointing.
Ericsson was
Ericsson,
disappointing.
exactly.
He
Ericsson,
was.
it was disappointing.
He was.
For an ending. It wasn't a
But I'm
efficient ending.
saying again, if Lorente had played, I think it would have brought
would have been
something out of
different.
Ericsson that was different.
Yeah.
Kane shouldn't have started the game. You should. I think Gina said it's the what ifs of this game.
Yeah, and it's
I
true.
think Pochettino put out the wrong team to start with. He shouldn't have started with Kane. I mean, he lasted the whole game, so clearly it's not he was unfit. I just don't think he was
wasn't
match
in the
fit.
right-
He
yeah.
wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Well, Des Kelly's got his two men back. Peter rejoined Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, take two. We'll do that again, shall we? That was worth it. I think it was worth the run. Mo, all the tears of last season, all the disappointment of last season's final.
Yeah,
all wiped
Kane
away
was
tonight.
injured, but then he got.
Honestly, I don't know what to say. But
No, he was supposedly
everyone's happy
fine.
now. You win a
but-
final. I'm very glad to play the second
I don't
final in
know.
a row and play 90 minutes finally. So everyone did his best to win the game, and I think we put that visual.
I'm sorry. I'm
For
sorry.
anyone, but all the team
I
were
mean, his
unbelievable
goal,
today.
that first goal, wasn't the best he's done.
That was a
Mo
penalty,
Salah.
and it wasn't even a well put place penalty.
wasn't.
Larissa stood up straight and just stayed in the centre. He would
You
have saved
wouldn't,
it.
yeah.
So-
You like it now. What I said is, it's for me, for us, and again it's us. But now, basically, I said we're gonna see the VR next season, but I like it anyway now. So yeah, it's a great to win a game.
I don't.
It's a wonderful
I don't know
moment
if
for
it
you.
was a penalty. I don't know
When
if
you
it was a
think back,
penalty.
you used to
I don't
travel
know.
9 hours to go and play football, to 4.5 hours each day, and this is the reward you're getting. Yeah, I think so. I was like, I sacrificed a lot in my career, especially go from my village to Cairo to play football and come back. To be an Egyptian in that level for many years is something unbelievable, so I'm very happy and very glad for them. I'm going to join the celebrations. Straight, come on in. Congratulations. You're a European champion. You're not even 21 years old yet.
That was just-
He's younger than me.
Yeah, I said he was 19 or 20.
Wow.
What's just happened?
What's just happened? Happened.
The season we've deserved it more than any other team, and I think the run that we've had, we've beat everyone in our path, and we've done something special again tonight. And obviously, an early goal and the late goal has finished them
Yeah,
off.
maybe you should have brought him one playmaker. I don't know.
We've
I don't know.
dominated through the
Ruben
main
Neves.
parts of the game,
Tanya, Ruben Neves. He's the guy.
It was kind of a sluggish game in parts. Why was that? Was it the additions? Was it just a bit of the fact you had a 3-week break?
I don't know. That's the most Liverpudlian thing to say. It's just the general life. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We've just done it for all these fans. What does it mean to join those legends, those Liverpool legends? I don't know. It's hard to think of yourself.
What did I say?
I don't know.
What did I say?
I don't know.
For me, I'm just
I don't know.
normal lad from Liverpool whose dreams just come true. Absolutely right. How would it do is? Thank you.
I don't know.
Go back to you for now, guys.
That's
seen from way above the
sad, isn't it?
Stadium.
I felt like crying. I'm not even kidding. I felt like crying.
I just
the presentation of the Champions League trophy.
I think if we'd played well and lost, I think I would have not been able to do it.
Yeah.
But I acknowledge that neither side
Neither side was playing particularly well.
so,
Yeah.
The fans
Yeah.
saluting their players. The players are celebrating, and overall they've had such
That
a
was Shaqiri.
wonderful season.
Finally.
Even if today wasn't their best performance.
So what do you
Yeah.
expect?
They've
You're
been on
made
their
for
Shaqiri
high.
is short though. He's a little stocky gab. I said guy and lad together.
Where does it come
Yeah.
from? The manager sets the tone.
Yeah.
And the way that they
Yeah.
Yes.
performed all season. When
I'm
the
glad
chips were
you
down, they
can
found
count and read.
And
It's
they
good.
managed
Well
to
done.
perform.
Thank
Listen,
you.
these guys now don't go down in folklore. These are
Sorry.
legends, living legends right now.
He's a bit salty, you know.
One of
I
those
mean, I'm
legends
salty
will be
also.
Divock Origi, the man who scored the second and all-important goal, of course, with a cracking finish. He's with Des. Thanks very much. Divock, you've done it again. We done it. I think it's first about the team.
Stop
I'm
that.
happy that I could play my papa. Every single guy fought so hard today. So it's just special.
I've
You can
seen
see the
people
fans.
more ready for that.
It's a special day
They
for
fought so
Liverpool.
hard today.
I can see people wrapping you up.
Really, you fought
let's take
so
you
hard
back.
today.
They were very
Let's talk
defensive
about
in the
it.
end.
I'll see you later on. Well done.
Oh.
No problem.
Yeah, it's cute.
Crying.
And the
Yeah,
emotion in those
I get it.
supporters.
Monumental.
No, that was the Spurs kid.
Onto the
That was
the
stage.
Spurs kid
Get
crying.
ready for
I
that,
just saw the
trophy,
face.
presentation. Glenn, a word on Tottenham though. Where does that leave them? Obviously, massively
Oh,
disappointed.
what
Just
a
really
crap.
story.
The flight crap that
They can leave this
was. Oh,
stadium proud
No.
because it's the first experience of a Champions League. For me, and I'm not saying they were the better side on the night. Liverpool deserve something over the season, without doubt. They're a great side, but they didn't turn up tonight for whatever reason. They got a bit lucky.
Liverpool
with it,
didn't turn
in my
up
opinion,
at all.
And they scored late on. The best quality of the game was Origi's goal. The finish was excellent under pressure.
Spurs played better in this game for 70 minutes of the match.
Yeah.
Spurs played better.
The question is, can they
Yeah.
ever get back
To this,
in the near future?
can they get back to this point? I don't know.
Alisson made 8
No,
saves.
it's not.
Lloris only made 1, which says a lot. There's Ian Rush, of course, a Liverpool legend, walking up and going to plonk that trophy onto his plate. What a moment this is for Liverpool. They are good at this competition. That's 6 victories, of course.
Oh, Spurs are going to have to get their runners up medals.
They deserved it for a
Oh,
marvellous season.
consolation prizes.
Not constant. It's like shitting in someone's face.
Oh, you didn't win the Heathrow.
Either.
With a struggle in the group stage, you get out the group at once.
Not a 10 out of 10. Wow, they set that up
It
real
was
quick.
brilliant. The performance against Bayern
They
Munich
lightened
was
Real
up.
quick,
sensational.
Yeah.
Of course, no one will ever forget the performance against Barcelona. And hopefully a few people forget the performance today because it wasn't their best.
It wasn't a good
They're
performance.
right,
Thank you. At least they're saying it.
absolutely right.
Liverpool played shit. Spurs also played shit, but less shit.
Yeah, they were pushing further.
It was a exciting game in many ways. It wasn't the best advert for an all-English
No, it
final.
wasn't.
It kind of, at times, looked like an old First Division match from the mid-90s, or 80s, I should say.
Wow, the Savage jumped out.
He's right.
So many unforced errors and mistakes. First half,
Liverpool's passing accuracy was bloody shit.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was under like
It was
70%.
like 64
Spurs'
something.
was like 80 something,
It was
but
80,
Liverpool's
but
was
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting their bloody runners up medals.
That's a problem in the final. Okay, well, they're getting ready now. Of course, the players moving forward.
Well, they'll never forget this.
First, Tottenham Hotspur go ahead.
They'll never forget
So
being
let's
shat on.
rejoin Darren Fletcher. Thank you, Gary. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it, for Tottenham Hotspur?
When it comes to this stuff, normally they just take them off. I've seen people
Yeah.
who do it, they just like take off the medals.
Oh, well, they take them up. It's a bit
People do it.
disrespectful to do that, maybe.
And Amsterdam, and of course the drama of the VR in Manchester. And you've got to spare a thought for those Tottenham Hotspur players tonight, Jermaine, who came here with such hopes and expectations, but take the losers' medal.
Yeah, he didn't even put it on.
Yeah.
Honestly, they
Rose
were
on Rose
just
didn't put it
playing
on.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seferin, who's up there handing them out on the podium.
Yeah, look, I feel for them. You know, they've been brilliant, especially within this competition, and this won't feel nice. And these are the types of moments that, you know, it's a young team, this Tottenham team, but walking by this
yeah, he's not
trophy,
putting it on. Oh,
it will sit with them.
no,
And hopefully
no.
it lights a fire, you know, for them to want to come back to this stage and do it all again and
I
lift
think
that.
it's too
Because,
big of a
you know, I agree with you.
announcement. I think
thought
Spurs
tonight
did
they were-
Come back,
incredibly
yeah.
well to get to the point they have, but
Unfortunately,
honestly,
Liverpool had the ability to get it over the line and not playing well.
It's a walk that the Liverpool players made themselves 12 months ago. They walked past the trophy on the way out and couldn't touch it. And they walked past it to pick up losers' medals.
He's crying. He's an emotional lad,
He's an
man.
emotional guy.
He is.
And we know for sure that Tottenham will be in the Champions League next season. They qualified by right through the Premier League, but it's not their night in Madrid tonight. But it is Liverpool's, and there's a beaming smile on the face of Mo Salah, who scored the first goal so early.
Wasn't meant to be. Don't have too many of those because you'll literally just get drunk and like maybe go on a rampage on the town.
I won't. I won't.
You'll see someone
It's
wearing
my
red and be
second.
like,
Ah! Hulk out. No.
I'm not disappointed. I'm not. I'm actually sad. I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed in the game. I'm disappointed in the game, but I'm not disappointed in the result.
No.
I'm sad about the result.
I'm disappointed in the game and like how lax it seemed. Tottenham was pushing, but Liverpool didn't seem like they were giving it
2-0.
100.
Yeah.
It was 2-0.
Liverpool just didn't play well.
So my question is,
What's your question?
what happens if they were playing well? If they were really pushing?
Who, Liverpool?
Liverpool, what would have actually happened?
Oh, what would have been the score, you
would
mean?
Tottenham have like pushed back and met that further, like
Yeah.
with the energy, or would it just have been like,
Or like a bloody plowing them over?
yeah,
No,
I don't know.
It wouldn't have been.
They would have met
four,
them.
It wouldn't have been 4 or 5-0.
No, it wouldn't.
Either
It
way,
would
I
have.
don't think
It would have. They would have.
All the games this season have been pretty close. This was also a very close, tight game. Probably the tightest of the season. They had the penalty at the beginning, which was basically nothing. Like, I'm sorry, I don't. Some people will say it's a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty. I don't. It came off his chest.
And then
It hit his shoulder. I mean, he brought his arm down. He pushed it himself, and he did that. But for me, that's not a penalty at all. I'm sorry. And the Origi goal was just a snap chance out of nothing. It is what it is. The penalty made the game boring. Yeah, maybe it did.
Yeah,
maybe. It sort of like killed the flow straight away from the start because it made there something artificial from the start.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like you helped me so much. Thanks. Oh. Okay.
Good.
That's great. Give
That's
us a
very
like.
good.
That would be lovely.
But yeah, the goal from the get-go.
Yeah.
It set the
It changed the
tone,
dynamic.
but not in a good way.
No, in a bad way. It just stifled the game.
Yeah.
It didn't aid. I think if that had not gone in at that point, I mean, the game would have changed. Or if the penalty hadn't been given, we would have got a different game.
Yeah.
And it would have been a better final overall if he hadn't scored in.
Honestly,
if the goal hadn't gone in.
as football goes, this wasn't the most enjoyable
No,
match.
no,
It really wasn't. It
The
was a bit
final last
lackluster.
season was many times better than this.
It was a bit lackluster,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Which is.
And I'm sure the
disappointing.
average person watching this is going to be like, that was a bit shit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I really do feel that. And it's from both sides. It's not just Liverpool that played bad. Spurs didn't play well either. But I feel
that's what
Spurs
they were
played
pushing a bit better than Liverpool.
and they played a better style and better looking football than Liverpool did over the whole time.
I think
And Liverpool
so.
basically dominated the game for maybe 25 minutes. Maybe 25
That's
minutes.
not long.
And Spurs had the better play of the ball for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle of the park. Like, I don't know. It's just annoying. It's just annoying seeing this. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I might be in my 20s, but like, do I really? In my mind, it's like, will we get to this stage in the Champions League again in my lifetime? Like, I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I mean, someone who's 35 years old has never won a Champions League. Has ever been alive to see a Champions League final. The last time we won European Cup was, I think, in the 60s. A major European Cup. I think we won the Tottenham.
Wow. think Poch is gone?
I think
They
Poch
said
is
maybe.
gone. I think Poch is gonna go. There's a high chance he's
He
gone
said
now.
before the match.
Yeah.
He said about
But
whether
he
they
did
win
lose
or
the
not.
game. He said he essentially said if we win,
Then I'll
there's
move
nothing
on.
more I can do here.
Yeah, then
In
I
a
can
coded
move on.
way, I think.
Yeah.
So we lost. So maybe he
he'll
can't
stay,
move.
which isn't a bad thing. That's a good thing.
But I mean, he doesn't seem like he wants to be there.
Long term.
And right now, you know, it's a sad thing. It really is. But I don't know where he could go at this point because Madrid's been taken now. Zidane's back at Madrid, so he can't go to Madrid, which is basically the place he was potentially going to go. He can't go to United because Solskjaer's got the job there. He's not getting the Chelsea job, but I don't think he'd want the Chelsea job, to be honest.
So he's staying with us.
It seems like he'll have to stay with us for a little bit at least. But I don't think he wants to be there because he can't go somewhere else and get a job at this moment. He can't go to any other big club. Maybe Juventus wants him. He might go to Juve, potentially. It's a big club. But he doesn't seem like he wants to be at Spurs anymore. And that's sad.
That's sad.
It's sad. It's something I don't want to see because the guy has basically transformed the club inside and out. With the help of Daniel Levy, I think people really bash on Levy a lot. He's done a job for us one way or another. All right? You might not like his money management and what he does, what players he likes to bring in, but he got us to a Champions League final one way or another. We lost. But sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to. You don't get the rub of the green, the rub of the green. Again, we don't really speak English. But they're trying to sign the Argentine Celso. I don't know. I didn't know about that. I know they're trying to. Oh no, they are. Yeah. I read for 53 million euros. Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't know.
That's a hefty sum.
It's a big sum of money. Yeah, it's a big sum of money. I don't know if he's a good buy or if he's a bad buy. I haven't seen a lot of him. He plays for, I think, Real Betis. Where's Real Betis? Come on. You got this. I believe in you. Yes, Real Betis in Spain.
Yes.
Because Real.
That's what the connotation was.
I'm glad you got that. Yeah, so I think he plays for Betis. He seems like a fine player, but the problem is for 53 million euros, you don't really get a lot nowadays.
That's an interesting line there.
You don't.
For 53 million euros, you don't get much these days.
You don't. You really don't. The football transfer market is beyond me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, these numbers that are being putting out.
So for 53 million euros, you're going to get a player who won't even get in the first team. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen him. He won't get in the first team. He won't displace. If Eriksen stays, he's not going to get in the team. He's not going to replace Son, Ali, Moura, Sissoko, Eriksen,
if he stays.
Winks. He's not going to replace any of those players. He's not going to be an instant starter. And that's the problem with the current market. If you're not going to get someone who's going to improve your team straight away,
what's the point?
What's the point of buying someone for £50 million?
It's not for investment purposes. You can find someone.
You're beefing out your squad for £50 million.
You can find an under 18 for cheap.
Precisely.
That has potential for investment purposes.
Yeah.
You're not going to be spending that sort of money.
It's absolutely crazy the market we live in, that you need to spend £40-50 million if you're a top club. And I'm still saying Spurs are a top club. Yeah, they are.
I mean, they made it to the final.
Just to get a player who is an auxiliary.
There's no point in that.
What's the need? I think you can go to lower Premiership clubs, Championship clubs, and actually scout good talent. There are a lot of them out there, and they might not be the sexiest of names like the guy from Real Betis, but there might be a Scot who's playing in the second division,
who's actually got potential
Scotland,
with the
or
right.
someone who's playing in the Irish Premier League or something, who randomly is able to actually be a sustainable player for Spurs as a secondary player. But why pay 50 million for a secondary player when you can pay 10? I don't get that. But it's the market. You have to pay over 100 mil to get someone who will start a game for you. There's this guy called Wilfried Zaha who I was talking about. He literally is, I think he's overrated. Yeah. He scored 10 goals last season and got 5 assists. So Kane, Moura, Son
have been all above that. Yeah,
I think
Eriksen might be above that.
No? Overall, he had more goal involvement. He had more assists and one less goal, I think.
Yeah.
So really, they're pretty similar. And they want 100 million for Wilfried Zaha at Crystal Palace, which is absolutely crazy. He wouldn't get in the Spurs team. That's my point. At £100 million, he wouldn't get in the Spurs team.
Crazy.
He'd get on the bench.
Actually crazy.
He wouldn't get in the Spurs team at 100 million. That's the truth.
That's honestly what?
Yeah. What do? You have to get youth players, which is what Spurs do. What does Matt C say? Aston Villa got a Scott for $2 million last year, and I wouldn't tell. Yeah, this is what you can do.
Phenomenal for Villa. Pretty much got us promoted. Wow. Yeah,
precisely. You can do it. You can do it. You just need to find the right chaps. I mean, at Aston Villa, there's Jack Grealish as well. I think he's slightly overrated. Apparently, he's about 50 mil as well. For a championship
numbers
not Premiership
absolutely
player.
behemoth.
And I don't think he wouldn't get in the Spurs team either. I think he's like 23 or 24 now, 22, 23, 24. And he's got a lot of potential still, and he's an English lad. But again, he doesn't get in the Spurs team for 50 mil. But this is the bloody crazy shit. There's so much money in the game. People getting paid so much. You know? I see why people are like, oh, but nurses and doctors get paid so little because these guys get paid so much, but it's the market.
It's the market. When you get the view, when you get the endorsements and all these other things, it's what happens, isn't it?
It's what it is, and that's the way it should be. But it's just a bit mad that someone
like
like Jack Grealish is worth £50 million. Like Ruben Neves is a lad. I'm telling you, Ruben Neves, if Eriksen goes, Spurs get Ruben Neves, he slots into the team. If you know Ruben Neves, Ruben Neves. Well, he plays for Wolves actually. So
the meme slots in.
what? Go on, please do the meme.
No, I can't.
So people say, "Who you want?" So I said, "I want to be a dog." Roof.
So he plays for Wolves, yeah.
He plays for Wolves, and I think he would do pretty well. How much for Neves? You think? I think he had a good season. He didn't have a great season. I think Jean Moutinho had a better season, but he's obviously much older, so I don't think Spurs would really go for him. I mean, if you could take both of them and have Moutinho as like a rotation player, I mean, I'd take it. But Neves is probably 40 mil straight off the bat. But I paid 40 mil for someone who I think could actually challenge to be in the team and be in the team. I just don't think Grealish would get in the team. I don't think Zaha would get in the team. I don't think the guy coming from Argentina, from Betis, would get in the team. But I think Neves would. I really, really do. I do.
His numbers
it's the money, isn't it?
It's so...
But you can find bargains. Mora was 25 mil from
wow.
I just said bargain. She's like, what?
No. Considering what Lucas Moura does.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's a bargain. Not genuinely.
Yeah, 25 mil. Moura was 25 mil from PSG. He wasn't getting played because Neymar basically came in,
of course, yeah.
And then he just pushed even further out of the team.
He's a gem.
And I mean, for what he cost, I mean, he's paid. First season, he had half a season. He didn't really do anything. He wasn't very productive. This season, he scored 15 goals. I think. So if he was worth 25 mil, how on earth is Wilfried Zaha, who scored 10 goals, worth 100 mil? Please explain this math to me.
Inflation.
Or in 1.5 years.
In
18 16 months or something. Wow. I don't know about that.
No.
But yeah, Mora at 25 mil, you can find them. Dele Alli was like 2 mil or something from MK Dons, and Spurs just developed him.
Wow.
You know? Son was like 20 mil from Bayern Leverkusen. You know where they? Come on. Bayern. Come on.
Germany.
Yes.
Bayern Munich.
Yes.
There we go.
Not Munich, but yeah.
But no, Bayern Munich.
Bayern. Who he thinks might be a starter? He looked quite good. Oh, what did he say?
Winks might be a starter. He looked quite good today.
Yeah, I think Winks. I think Winks and Sissoko in midfield, you know, can do a job for us. I think Winks is much more defensive minded. Sissoko more forward, but Sissoko really does come back and really come back and he's got the summer to clear it up. I think he'll be fine. Sissoko's had a great season, but I think Winks is a starter. I think this is the problem with the team. Again, Winks was an academy person, so there's no money. But the problem is, where do you actually improve the team without spending 50 mil on a reserve player? What do? There's too much money.
You find a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Also, maybe there might be people in the academy who are ready to slot in.
Yeah. I think Trips was like 8 mil or something from Burnley.
That's pretty cheap.
Like 4 years ago.
That's cheap.
That's cheap. It's cheap as chips.
That's cheap as chips when it comes to this game. Yeah.
Chips. I can buy a couple of packets of chips and that's it for in this game.
In this game, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's absolutely bloody
God,
crazy.
the more I get into football, the more I'm like, it's like Game of Thrones.
Oh, is it? In what way? In what way is it like Game of Thrones?
In the
Please explain to me. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
In
so
the-
it is.
how cutthroat it is in some sense. With numbers like that, you're like, oh, like to think about that.
Yeah.
Where you find talent
It's a
and
bit
how
mad.
and how much you're willing to give
Yeah.
to add that to your team.
Yeah.
Just built a stadium. That's really expensive.
A billion.
A billion.
A billion.
A billion.
A billion. A billion.
stadium.
Literally.
I don't think they're going to be getting any reserve players for that money after
No.
that hefty, beautiful stadium.
Beautiful. We'll have to go next season sometime. Yeah, we should go sometime. But you can't just bust out 50 mil on a bloody substitute.
It's not
All right?
worth it.
Lamella was like 30 mil when he came.
Yes.
And that was the most expensive player we'd bought before Sissoko.
Lamella.
Lamella. Yeah.
Lamella, yeah.
Lamella, yeah, he had a good first season. He had a fine first season for us.
Oh, well,
And he had an okay. No, I still didn't like him. I still didn't like him. But I was like, he's fine. He's fine. And then he had a mess second season. Then he got injured for like
Oh, yeah.
seasons and seasons. I think he should be out of I think he shouldn't be at Spurs anymore.
Is that discriminatory to drop someone because they're...
No. Oh, am I being ableist?
Ableist,
Am I
like
being
ableist.
ableist? Fuck off.
Oh, I'm
Fuck
going to
off.
drop two and
No.
you're to third level now. Over that, though. Honestly, I just...
Who do you think Spurs should buy?
I think they should buy nobody from an academy who they don't even
In
have to
Northern
buy.
Ireland.
In Northern Ireland, who has potential, who will fit well, because it's got potential fitting well with the squad.
Especially when you're like under 23.
because you know what,
22, 'cause
under that
there's
age you can
growth.
mold.
Yeah.
You can mold them to fit the way you
Mm.
need to because they're young, right?
Yeah.
But like, don't be spending much money. Stick
Don't,
with the Tottenham blood and don't be spending too
don't
much
be
money.
spending the Mala.
Because it's not worth it for a bench player. Like, what's the point?
What's the point?
There isn't actually thinking about investment wise, thinking about long
You
term.
might as well
it's not
save
worth
that,
it.
wait a season, and buy
And
someone,
buy someone
for
who's
100 mil
actually-
who'll actually
Who's
be able
going
to
to really
do
be
something.
impactful.
But this is the problem now. We haven't bought anyone for a year and a half now at
But
all. So
yeah,
now
okay.
we sort of
you
need
need
to buy someone.
someone. Yeah.
But if we buy someone now, then we won't be able to use that money to buy someone at a higher caliber in the
paradox.
future, you know? But if we don't buy someone now, Pochettino's going to be like, what do you expect me to do? We do.
You've only got so
you
much.
don't buy someone, I can't do
I can't
anything.
do anything with it. Yeah.
Yeah. But then if we buy someone for 50 mil, he won't get in the first team.
But if someone like Ericsson or Ali goes,
Yeah, we'll have extra funds
Will
and it's
be
possible.
enough.
Ericsson's probably about 70 mil. He's got a year left. Probably because if you had more years after the contract, it'd be more expensive. But he's probably about 60, 70 mil.
how much
And
is
that's
Ali?
Ali's probably around about maybe a bit more. Like he's got longer in his contract,
Yeah.
so his release clause might be a bit more, maybe in the 100 range.
He's 21. He's got a lot of life in him.
Yeah.
He does have a leg.
He has a leg injury, yeah. But
Slowed him down.
he slowed him down, he has.
Mm.
But Son as well, his release is probably up. In
I
the
don't think they're going to be
100s
letting
range.
go of Son. I don't think Son's going to leave anytime
No,
soon.
no,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Mora as well. I don't think Mora's going.
Mm.
You know, I think he's found somewhere where he's actually, you know, liked and accepted. He
What does
wasn't.
that mean to me?
He wasn't really like that at PSG. He
Oh,
wasn't-
really?
yeah. I don't know whether it was his balding or whether it was. Wow.
I almost choked on my beer.
Whoa.
That came out of nowhere. I wasn't even thinking about his hairline problem.
Oh, that was a bit
That was a bit
ridiculous.
different.
I just said it just on it, but no, really, it was the whole Morris. It was the whole Neymar situation with him. You know, he had to be pushed out because of Neymar, and
Neymar's a big name.
he's a big name, but he hasn't really
Huge
done
name.
much for them. Mora comes to Spurs, they get Champions League final. PSG gets knocked out. Oh whoa!
Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry. Did I ruin the script?
Oh,
Did I
God.
ruin it?
Oh,
Did I
God.
yeah, he did. He ruined the script.
Oh wow,
He ripped out.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Honestly.
a bit mad. It's a bit mad. But I think there are a handful of players Spurs should potentially buy. I just don't know if they're gonna do it. You're meant to be fasting, I thought. No,
No,
not Muslim,
not
guys.
Muslim.
Just so you know. Sorry.
just
No one's
explain
saying sorry
that.
to that, but
No,
no,
no need. Just
not Muslim.
misconception.
misconception, miscongeniality.
Yeah.
Maybe they. So beauty contest. I don't know how that
Sandra
works. Yeah. She wasn't in number 2, was she? Or was she number 2?
She was.
Oh right. Who wasn't in number 2? The
name?
makeup person.
Not the makeup person.
No.
The other main star. I can't remember her name. I can see her face with her gorgeous eyes. But yeah.
Oh, I apologise. No need to apologise.
Common mistake. It's absolutely fine.
We're brown.
Sorry for offending you. You can offend us. It's absolutely alright.
No. We're
this
not.
Is a Heineken though.
Yeah.
So maybe that should have.
I mean, you should have clocked on. Yeah, it's a Heineken. No, we're not very easily offended people. It's okay.
We're pretty chill.
Yeah.
You know, our team just lost and we're still having a bit of a laugh about it.
Yeah, the tears will come later, don't worry. It just won't be there.
I honestly nearly cried.
I feel
we were in there physically today.
Leicester, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a couple of Leicester players personally. You know, I think there are a couple there. Yeah. No, we're not born in Tottenham.
No.
Born in London.
Born in London.
Essex.
Essex, we'll say.
Essex. Yeah, around about Essex. It's a big place, Essex. Dominated. I feel we were in the air. Yeah. I feel we were a bit stunted in the air. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think we really did enough there, especially with Tongan and Alderweireld, Kane, and Llorente at the end. But I'm not going to include him, even though he should have started.
Yeah.
You know, I think they really did really cut off the flow for us there specifically, so we couldn't really do anything. But those were balls into the box. I think when we were coming outside, I think it would have been a lot more valuable having Llorente to hold up the ball from long balls. But we can't change that now. Yeah. Yes, it was. It wasn't the most.
It wasn't the most
exciting match in the world.
Yeah, it was kind of. It fell a bit flat.
Yeah.
With the amount of. It's fine. We're going to hype it, but.
Yeah, you are.
It did feel a bit flat, which is a bit disappointing.
It was lackluster. I feel if I wasn't supporting Spurs and if a Liverpool person wasn't supporting Liverpool, you wouldn't have found a lot of engagement. And fun out of the game, you know, which is sad because it's the biggest game in the world. You know, it's the biggest game in the world this year. So it's unfortunate. But you said Leicester. I mean, there are a couple of players I take from Leicester.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we'd probably get them pretty cheap as well.
From Leicester.
Yeah. Probably good. Relatively cheap, like 20-30 mil range. And at 20 mil, I don't mind them sitting on the bench. For 2 mil. I really wanted a penalty.
Yeah.
I think everyone. I would have taken a penalty.
Honestly, it would have added to the feeling and the hype for sure.
I would have taken it. But I feel if we'd had a penalty shootout,
we might not have. Yeah, we would definitely have lost if it was a penalty shootout.
Nah, it's unfortunate. Are you done with that now? Oh my god, you're done. I thought you were going to crush it against your head, honestly.
I think I'd hurt my head doing that.
You would.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Strong there. Look, there's no need to showcase your strength, okay? India's, Narendra's. There's no need for it. It's all right.
You can do it as well. It's not that difficult. Did you hear that? You're doing it, man. Oh, no, you're sort of doing it. What? You're squat? I was going to say you're squatting.
I don't have the strength. This is India's. This is Narendra's.
It's not that bad. It's pretty close.
Oh my god, look at the ring on my hand.
Oh my god. I mean, I guess the shirt didn't really work. I thought it would give some luck to Son and maybe get that goal.
Such a shame.
He was crying at the end as well, you know.
Of course he was crying. He felt like he'd disappointed. Yeah. You know, he was doing the thing where he was like, I should have done more. I didn't take up the responsibility.
He should have done more, really.
I feel like a lot of them should have done more.
Yeah, they should have done more.
They all, as a whole team, they should have pushed further, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, there's always next season, guys. I honestly don't
expect
us to get there.
Are we going to get there?
Our season will not run this long next year. We'll be done at the beginning of May. Unless we get into the Europa League final.
Great fun.
Oh my god, all my guys who I know, all my Arsenal lads, they're going to be like, oh, you bag of fucking shit. Dickhead.
Wow, you're just throwing in all the words now.
Because I know the lambasting I'm going to get from them. Yeah, well, you lost the Europa League final, yeah? Europa is nothing. We got nothing as well though. We don't. It doesn't even go. No one remembers the second place.
No one remembers second place.
All right. Well, anyway, guys.
If you did enjoy this video.
No.
See you guys.
We'll see you next time anyway. Skadoosh. Lovely. Really want to end it. Yeah. Fuck off! No,
I think someone just clicked on it as you screamed that. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, is that a rogue elephant I hear around here? Oh no. Stop it! You're not a rogue elephant. Alright, guys. We'll see you. I can't reach.
Someone literally like because
Honestly, I'm done. Stop. Okay. Bye, guys. I'm just gonna remove myself from
you're gonna yeet.
I'll just yeet.
You're gonna
yeet.
yeet.
But yeet means swiftness. Swift.
Are you being swift?
1 second. Let me see if I
You mean
can.
swift?
Was that swift?
That was pretty swift. Not Taylor, but still
I'm
swift.
back.
Oh shit.
I reappeared.
Are you gonna yeet now? Okay, your hair just sort of flops.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Are you gonna skirt?
Bye, guys.
I really wish this could have ended better.
I know, so do I.
I'll remember it forever.
What, as a time we could have? As a could have, would have, should have?
Yeah.
What a shame. You don't want those could have, would have, should haves. Do you?
I just imagine the players though, Indy.
They're
gonna
right now.
Like playing all this way to get here, spending all this time, and then just.
Well, they weren't on their A game today, so it's their own fault. They weren't pushing it. They weren't pushing the envelope.
They weren't pushing it to the limit.
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't giving it all they could give it.
You're right.
I would say they were in it to win it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were.
I would agree. Bye guys.
All right, guys.
We will indeed be back. I just don't know if it will be in
our lifetimes. Might be our kids' lifetimes.
Oh wow, that's depressing.
I know. Honestly. All right, guys. I think.
Yeah.
It's time
to end it. The apocalypse has come. We need to
Liverpool
abscond from this live stream now, as you guys probably do as well. I'll bite your arm. You don't do it before I do. No.
Go.
All right, guys. Cheers for hanging out. The probably 16 of you over the time. It's been fun. It's been great. But next time we might actually be able to win a trophy.
I hope so.
Yeah. Would you take the League Cup?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't take the League Cup. It's a sack of shit. I wouldn't even shit in the League Cup.
Honestly, I would take after that mediocre playing. I'd take the League Cup.
You take the League Cup.
Bayer, did you see what they were doing?
I did.
It wasn't an A+.
But like we could play Liverpool in the League Cup.
Then we'd have to win if we're going to be up against Liverpool. Again, after this.
I don't want Pochettino's right. He says that we only want the big competitions, the Premier League and the Champions League. We don't want the League Cup. The FA Cup is still it's crazy.
Still, yeah.
But still, people are just like, it's a small cup now because no one really cares about it. People just don't care about it very much anymore. Yeah.
It
used to be the cup.
It used to be the.
People like, not Premier League, FA Cup.
FA Cup. Yeah, it really used to be.
Now it's a bit like FA Cup. Like, wait, you don't even play your full team in the FA Cup.
Oh wow.
You don't do it, but yeah, lol. It's true. It's true.
Crazy.
What would you do, Matt? Would you shit in the FA Cup or would you shit in the League Cup? You tell us.
Honestly.
Oh, that's annoying. It's annoying.
I was hoping we could celebrate.
Yeah, you could have had another beer.
Could have had a bit of gin.
Oh, you can still have a gin and tonic if you want. I need to go eat though. I only had a sandwich all day. All right, guys. See you in the 11. Oh, wow,
Yeah.
Good thing we live stream. This way I don't need to make a video today.
11. Oh god, it really is. I thought your laptop was wrong. My laptop.
I need to go learn the script. Anyway, guys.
All right.
See you next time. Probably tomorrow. Okay? But, probably tomorrow. Skadoosh. What, you got anything to say?
See you next time, guys.
Yeah. FA Cup is still big. Maybe you're right.
Thanks,
Maybe. I do want to end the stream, all right? I didn't think that would be the second layer